Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 28th. This week, you start with this fish card. It says abundance and luck on it. You also have this moon. It says cycles and change on it. So that looks good, Cancer. Definitely abundance and luck could be coming in for you at this time. Looks like a new beginning to me. I mean, you have like 3 cards of a new beginning showing up here. The Page of Wands is a card of following your enthusiasm. The Ace of Wands is a card of following your desires, and so is the Queen of Wands. And the Three of Wands is about kind of getting onto these ships or the boats that are on the ocean here and having a new adventure or kind of, moving in a new direction. So, there definitely could be a big new beginning coming in for you this week, and it looks pretty good. With the Page of Wands, we have to move towards our enthusiasm, plain and simple. I always look at the Page of Wands as a very simple card. He is just excited for a new journey. So he just moves towards his desires. He moves towards the things that he feels would bring him like joy, happiness, peace, love, whatever it is that you want. He just kind of goes on that adventure, and he's down to learn. He's just willing to kind of figure things out as he goes. And I feel that would be just a great energy for you to grab onto. He is holding on to like one wand, and then we have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is a card of out with the old, in with the new. This castle in the background here is meant to look like it's crumbling because it's out with the old, in with the new. It's also about inspiration. It's a passionate new beginning. I like the Ace of Wands. It's my favorite card in the tarot because sometimes I feel it's just that one thing we need to get motivated. It's like that spark of hope or that spark of inspiration, that one thing that motivates us to get moving on whatever we're trying to get moving towards. And so I feel the Ace of Wands is saying that you are kind of like taking control here. I always say that the Ace of Wands is kind of just a spark though. So we have to put more wood on that fire. So if you are starting something this week, or, if you are moving towards your inspirations, it says do things to keep yourself motivated, do things to kind of keep that those flames growing with the Ace of Wands. You have the Three of Wands. I think that this is something you've been looking at. The story of the Three of Wands is that he's looking at something. He's looking at that water, but it's golden in color, so he thinks that it's the desert, and nothing grows in the desert. There's nothing in the desert, but when he looks closer, he sees those ships. So the Three of Wands can represent moving towards something where you don't think that it has much to offer, but like when you look closer, there's actually an opportunity that exists, and that opportunity is to get out on those ships, get out on those boats, and go on an adventure. So it definitely could be time for you to go on some sort of adventure, or it says you're kind of like turning a new page, right, in your life. And I kind of get that feeling from this reading that it's just saying I wouldn't even say page. I think you're starting like a new chapter. With the Page of Wands, you have the Six of Pentacles. Again, the Six of Pentacles is about taking those first steps. Six of Pentacles can represent kind of like equal give and take, or, making sure that you're getting equal give and take out of a situation. I always say that it's really a card of planting seeds. We have to, it's about taking those first steps on whatever you're starting and seeing what grows, seeing what doesn't because of the balance, and then doubling down on the things that are growing. It's really just that simple. And that's what I would do here with the Six of Pentacles. I would say whatever you're starting, take those first steps and just see where things go. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Queen of Cups, which is you. So you are inspired at this time. The Queen of Cups is all about following your heart, and which, I think Cancer is great at doing. Normally she has that big cup in front of her, and it almost looks like a trophy. So it says that she really values what her heart is telling her to do. If she follows her heart, she really won't go wrong. I think that is pretty much true for Cancer. So I would say follow your heart, follow your inspirations. Even the Queen of Wands basically says the same thing. You do have a lot of cards that kind of say you don't know. Like whatever you're doing, or whatever you're about to do, it's almost like you don't know what the outcome is going to be. Even the Queen of Wands is a card of learning as you go. So she is about to start her journey, but she really doesn't know the details. But she has that sunflower. Sunflower points towards the sun, so she's following her bliss. And the whole entire reading is saying follow your bliss. With the Three of Wands, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a big opportunity. I feel like there could be a very big opportunity clearly coming in for you. 2 aces now. And aces represent new beginnings. So like I said, this is a fresh start reading. And the Ace of Pentacles is something that also needs to be nurtured into existence. Normally there's a garden in front of the Ace of Pentacles, and it kind of represents us needing to nurture things that we care about. So, you have to water it, feed it, fertilize it, give it sunlight, and, take care of it. So if you are starting something new, it basically says make sure to create an environment of success around whatever new opportunity you're taking here. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this cat spirit. It says claim your independence. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands has a cat on the card, and Queen of Wands definitely would represent claiming your independence. You have this bat spirit. It says a rebirth is assured. We are in a little bit of a rebirth time. I'll tell you this much, actually. What I would say is it's maybe more of a reinvention time where we are reinventing ourselves. We're shining our light more, especially Pluto going into Aquarius. I think everybody's job is to during Pluto and Aquarius is to become a living example and, just live your life how you think is best and don't tell anyone what to do, right? Just prove it with your results. That's what Pluto and Aquarius is mostly about, part of it. And so I think that's what this claim your independence means, but also rebirth, like reinvention. We're kind of I don't even think we're reinventing ourselves. I think what's happening is we are taking those parts of us that are like inside of ourselves and we're putting them outside. So we are just living more in truth. And maybe that's a better way to put it, right? You have the Queen of Wands here. I almost just said Queen of Cups. You do have the Queen of Cups, but Queen of Wands, King of Swords, Nine of Wands. The Queen of Wands has this black cat. During the times of tarot, black cats were considered unlucky. The whole point of the cat is that she doesn't care what anyone thinks. She just likes the cat. So I think that this is really saying that you're going on a journey where you're going to have to not care what people think about the choices you're making because, of course, people have something to say about everything. And, trust me, I'll get plenty of angry cat ladies that leave me comments about the black cat, right? I didn't say I hate black cats, ladies. I said that during the times of tarot, black cats were considered unlucky. So that's literally what the card means. But anyway, cat ladies aside, the card is about doing what you want and not caring what other people think. She has this sunflower right here. Sunflower points towards the sun, so you have to move towards your bliss. You have to follow your bliss with the Queen of Wands. Again, she's also a card of not knowing. She's my card of learning as you go. So whatever you're about to do, or if you're getting a new work opportunity or whatever that Ace of Pentacles is, whatever you're feeling inspired of doing, inspiration is nothing. Inspiration is basically potential, and potential is nothing. Potential is how much we put into something is what we get out. So the Queen of Wands says you have to move forward without knowing. You have the King of Swords. King of Swords is about turning knowledge into wisdom, which I think would be a great thing to do right now. He knows a lot, but he's also taken that knowledge and he's turned it into wisdom by putting it into practice. You can be a student all day long, and you have the Page of Pentacles here. He is the student, or he is the card of studiousness, but learning only gets you so far, right? You have to put what you've learned into practice and get the result. Again, I've been learning about YouTube for over 10 years now. There are things that I've learned that people say don't work that do work. I wouldn't have learned that if I didn't put it into practice. It's like if I just assumed it because someone said it to me, then who knows if my channel would have grown or not, right? So we have to try the things we learn, and that's really what the King of Swords reminds me of, is putting the things you learned into practice so you can actually find out if things are working or not. You have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior. I think a lot of people feel beat up right now, and the Nine of Wands just says don't give up. It says take control of your situation. Going this direction, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands is showing up in the area of the good stuff. The Ten of Wands really says that you're coming to the end of a long journey. Your hard work is about to pay off is kind of what that's saying to me. So, I definitely wouldn't give up at this time, especially if you're working towards something specific, or if you've been trying to accomplish something, or if you've been putting a lot of work into something. I feel this is really kind of saying, keep going, keep pushing. You're about to, reach the finish line. With the Queen of Wands, you have 3 aces now, which is amazing. The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is about your emotions overflowing, being very happy. And so with the Ace of Cups, we have to do things that get us into the flow. Of course, this could represent love, but, again, not really a love reading yet. Although, like I always say, love is always available to us. But, I kind of see this more as you doing things that get you into the flow. If you do want love, it could be a King of Swords type person. It could be a person who's harder to read, or maybe you just don't know the person. And, sometimes I think the King of Swords shows up in a love reading and it's just basically saying you just don't know the person. Maybe you've seen the person. Maybe you haven't even met the person yet. So sometimes I just think the King of Swords is just a person we don't even know yet. It doesn't matter what gender, whatever you're into. With the King of Swords, you have the Chariot. The Chariot is about movement and taking control of a situation. It's also your card, So the Chariot is Cancer. This puts you in a position of power and strength in the reading and really lets you get what you want from the reading. But the chariot, I think this is about taking control by using your knowledge, right? Like we talked about with the King of Swords. The chariot is also about setting yourself apart. And again, you have a million cards here that really say that you're about to set yourself apart. You are about to do something unique. The chariot is all about that. He is leaving the city behind him behind. He's about to do something that most people in his environment don't do. That's what the symbolism is of him leaving the city behind. The reason he's leaving is because everything is the same in that city behind him. He's looking for a new adventure, and I think you're looking for a new adventure. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Five of Wands. Yeah, like I feel you have experienced your fair share of conflicts. I think all water signs have been experiencing certain conflicts. And again, I don't think tarot has to be drama. This could be tiny little conflicts. It doesn't have to be, big things that go on. It could be little things where you've just experienced little challenges here and there. This would really say just don't give up, right? I think this is saying continue to push forward. The Five of Wands reminds us what we have learned from the conflicts. So the people on the Five Wands, they're using sticks to fight. They're not using swords. And so they are really learning how to fight. And, the Five Wands reminds me to look at what I have learned through the challenges that I've been through, because that's where you get your gold, is when you look at what you learned. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this trust card. I think I said something about trust. Oh, no, I was talking about, it's like the things inside of you are kind of like coming out. It's like the truth is being revealed, kind of. But, again, I think this trust card is about trusting yourself. You have this nourish card. Yeah, definitely with the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is all about nourishing the things that you want to see grow, plain and simple. So if there's something you want, just give it energy, positive energy, and it will grow. I think the trust card is really saying the only person you can trust is yourself. You have the Knight of Swords. I'm actually going to show you on the table. You have the Knight of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and the Page of Pentacles. Sometimes with the Knight of Swords, I feel like the Knight of Swords has run up to a certain point in the reading, and now he's kind of running back to the past. So what I would say here is don't give up, right? Which I feel like I've said to you recently a couple of times. So if you're working towards something, I feel like you are almost at the end. And again, one of my favorite books of all time, The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. And no, I'm not talking about The Art of War. Yes, I know the difference. There's a difference between the two books. Then in The War of Art, he says, when we are closest to our goal, that's where we experience the most resistance. So sometimes I feel the Knight of Swords is saying that. Sometimes I feel like it's saying that you could be feeling resistance, but really it's because you're very close to accomplishing something. And I just feel the Knight of Swords is saying, don't run away from whatever it is you're trying to do. You have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is about a change in your fortunes, of course, or turning fortunes in your favor. I believe that we have to be the ones to get the wheel to spin in the right direction. We can do it with our vibrations right here with the snake. We can also do it by, again, doubling down on the good stuff, getting rid of the bad stuff. We can also do it by digging into the mysteries with this Sphinx at the top, which represents the mysteries of the universe, basically just self-education, and then King of Swords, take what you learn and put it into practice. And each one of these signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo, they all have books that they're holding on to, so we can learn and be more successful. Also, you have the Temperance card right here. Temperance encourages us to turn negatives into positives. So again, the challenges you've been through, what is the good thing that you got out of the challenge? Like, what is the positive that you got out of the situations that were negative? And if you can start focusing on that, then you'll create more positives. You have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is a card of studiousness and learning, so a lot of learning energy here. I do feel like there could be, again, fresh start energy, we'll say that, but I do also feel this could be a new person. So if you are looking for love, this could be a new person. Page of Pentacles is usually communication, so, it can represent communicating with a new person. But let's see. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Hermit. I said inside out, right? Maybe that's a good way to put this reading. The Hermit is very internal, and he's even holding that star in his lantern, and he's not shining that star out all over the place. So I think it is time for you to shine, and I think it is time for you to kind of shine your light, but also kind of live your truth, as we said at the beginning of the reading. I think you are living your truth in the sense that, the things that are inside of you are kind of like coming out, or whatever you want to call it. And I think the Hermit is just really confirmation for that message. I feel it's saying it would be a good thing for you to do that. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Nine of Pentacles, another card of independence. Again, you have that card that said claim your independence. The Nine of Pentacles says basically be independent. But this is like, I think this reading is talking about independence in the sense that you listen to yourself, right? And so the whole entire reading is encouraging you to, listen to yourself at this time. The Nine of Pentacles is gratitude and luxuries as well. So definitely very good for your money. Actually, going this way as well, there could be some sort of breakthrough or improvement going this way with your work or your finances or your career or whatever it is. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Five of Cups. Yeah, if you are a person who wants love, I feel like this is saying you have to let go of the past. Five of Wands, Nine of Wands, the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is grieving the loss of something that you no longer have. So with the Five of Cups, we have to release the past so that we can focus on something new. Normally on the Five of Cups, he has two cups behind him, kind of like the Two of Cups. So, again, it's all about releasing the past. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Treasure Island card and this Go the Distance card. Yes. With that Knight of Swords, this Go the Distance card is about reaching the finish line and then keep going. It says don't stop once you've, accomplished something or reached the finish line, right? This goes for everything. It reminds me of like relationships. It's like what happens to most relationships? Most people get the relationship, then they get lazy, and then the relationship falls apart. It's because you didn't go the distance. You stopped doing things. And again, not a criticism. We've all done it, right? But it basically says keep doing the things that keep the relationship moving forward. Same thing in business. Same thing in work. Keep doing the things that work so that you can keep it moving forward. Wheel of Fortune. You have the Treasure Island card. The Treasure Island card is a card of as above, so below. So I think it would be a great time for you to practice manifestation or for you to work on your manifestations or do the things that help you manifest more in your life with the Treasure Island card. And yeah, that's exactly what I would do with this energy. You have the Ten of Wands, the Temperance card, and the Eight of Pentacles. Ten of Wands is about reaching this home in the background. So with the Ten of Wands, we have to keep going. The good news is this is coming up in the good stuff. So this kind of makes me feel like you're reaching a finish line after a long journey, or you are just about to release your burdens and the challenges that you've been dealing with. You have the Temperance card. The Temperance card is about turning one thing into another. So like I said, turn those, turn those frowns upside down, turn those negatives into positives. But showing up in that positive position, the good stuff, the Temperance card is definitely saying that you are currently working on turning things around in your life, especially, coming up with the Wheel of Fortune. The other thing I really like is having that Nine of Pentacles because, the Nine of Pentacles with Wheel of Fortune says that you basically realize that you are the one that has to turn things around. And that's what you're doing here. You have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is usually material success on the horizon. It says you've been doing a lot of work to increase your material success. And, basically, that's what I feel like is going on here is you're just improving your finances or you're improving your material success. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Strength card. You have developed a lot of strength from doing this. Obviously, he would be pretty strong after his long journey carrying all those wands. So I feel that you have gained a lot of strength in life, and you need to probably give yourself some credit. With the Temperance card, you have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is like celebration. Normally, the three ladies on this card are celebrating a harvest. And so a lot of you could be like celebrating some sort of harvest or accomplishing a goal with that Ten of Wands, like you're getting to the end of a long journey. Three of Cups also says teamwork makes the dream work. So, again, if you're working on teams or if you're working with people, really, really good. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Five of Pentacles. You have 555 right here. The Five of Pentacles in the good stuff would say you're improving your finances. But 555 is a big change number. So, it can say that you are, creating change or you're about to experience a big change in your life, like a positive change probably. You have this Club card that says someone will try to make you do something against your will. I think all water signs are dealing with things like this, like people trying to get you to do things and blah, blah, blah. I would just cut those people out of your life. Anyone who's trying to force you to do anything, I would just get rid of it. Plain and simple. You have this Elephant, and Knight of Swords can represent, Knight of Swords can definitely represent a person who's trying to get you to do something. I always look at the Knight of Swords as like the used car salesman, like someone trying to force you to do something, so don't. You have this Elephant. It says a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Basically, everything we said in this reading. King of Swords, knowledge and wisdom, wise, right? Ten of Wands, long journey. So I think that you're about to see how what you've been through is worth it. You have this Boat. It says money or property through inheritance, winning or windfall. Money looks really good in this reading. Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, even the Five of Pentacles and the good stuff would say that you're improving your finances. So I think that for a lot of you, this could just be financial improvement. You have this Mountain Road card. It says you're on the road to success. Yes. So definitely a lot of success here. And then you have this casket. It says someone going out of your life for the end of a situation. I do feel like a lot of you could be ending situations. I mean, that moon we had on October 17th in Aries, that full moon we had, definitely I think could have brought situations to a close, or could have ended certain things that we've been dealing with, and just so that we could start something new. And you have all this fresh start energy showing up in this reading. So it makes perfect sense to me that you would get that card. But this looks really good, Cancer. I like it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.